day, ma'am. I am Ingracia A. Patenio, reporting about literature after EDSA.
Literature after EDSA Revolution.
The year 1986, democratics and beginnings of a new scene in the unfolding narrative contemporary Philippine literature. It saw a fall of dictatorship that President Marcos set up on September 21, 1972, when he placed in Philippines under martial law rules. Initiating a rhyme of did not only surprise the writer's right free expression but also created conditions that made collaboration and cooperation convenience choice for artists struggling of recognition and survival. Writing under the martial law rhymes was characterized by military and villainous even when it shown up the legal breast, especially after the assassination of Noynoy Aquino in 1983. The temper of poetry and theater derived much of its heat and direction from political culture and underground nation democratic movement. Militancy and militancy best describe writings under martial law rhymes with the overthrow the enemy in 1986. However, the literary activity shown certain disorientation, manifesting itself in proliferation of concern taken up by individual writers and groups. Creative writing center after EDSA may be grouped into two: academic institution, where creative writing is a part of circular offering. The students majoring in literature are able to come in contact with elder creative writers, critics, professors belong to the first group. Such academic institution includes the Silliman University, the University of Philippines, Ateneo de Manila, University de La Salle University, and last but not the least, San Carlos University in Cebu. The second group is composed of writers organizations that periodically sponsored symposia of writings and or set up workshops for its member and other interested parties. Now let us discover the characteristics of post-EDSA literature. There is the academic and emerging critical orientation that draw it concern in insight from literary terrorizing current in England and United States. Post-EDSA publishing has been marked by adventurous willingness and gamble on non-traditional projects. The declining prestige of new criticism, whose rigorous aesthetic norms has previous functioned as a precaution bent on which Filipino authors and their works were measured, has opened a gap in critical evaluation of literary works. The fourth and final characteristic of post-EDSA writing is the development thrust toward the retrieval and recooperation of writing in Philippines language other than the Tagalog. Overall, the character of Philippines literary scene after EDSA may be pinpointed by referring to the story theories that informs literary production to the products issuing from the publisher to the dominance concern demonstrated by the writer's output to the direction towards which literary studies of trending. That's all my report, ma'am. Thank you and God bless.